friends, and welcome to my page. My name is Maria. If this happens to be your first time visiting, welcome to Maria's Fake Bake. So today I am with the Brite Ideas Crafters, and I believe today is picnic. So Miss Debbie wanted us to do anything that reminds us of picnic and what have you. So I am going to find myself first on my device over here, on both of my devices. In this way, it'll also give it some time for some of you to come in here. If you're catching this part of the video, if you don't mind hitting hashtag replay, so I can get a notification and come in here and say hello to you. Hola, Boo, how are you today, my friend? Hola, thank you for being here. Guess what? Happy Unicorn Day! I love unicorns. Oh! So, when I saw that, I was like, what? Yes, definitely. Anyways, how are you doing today, my friend? Hope you're having a fabulous day. I'm just gonna find, let's see. Okay. Hola, Helen. How are you, my sweet friend? ¿Cómo estás? Hope you're feeling good. Hope everything went well with you at the doctor's. Okay, so, ay, Dios mío. Okay. Let's see here. Espero que estés bien hoy. And you were not nice posting that picture of that taco, that tostada. I was like, what? Like, no, she is not teasing us over here and didn't even invite us. I was like, oh my gosh, but it did look delicious. That's the way my mom used to make her tacos back in the day. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. I still need to look for myself here. You can hear me in okay. See me. I'm happy you're doing good too, my friend. I'm happy. And that, let's see here. Give me just 1 second. So I was watching Debbie. Fine, not a problem. Pero ahora, so I just want to, and excuse my hair. I just seen my hair in the screen. My hair is a bit going crazy today, so excuse me. Hola, April. How are you, my friend? Thank you for joining. Thank you. Can you hear me? Hola, Dee. How are you? Thank you for joining. Tocaya, ¿cómo estás? Hola, chica. Vamos a ver. Thank you, everyone. Yvonne, hey, how are you doing? Thank you so much, everyone, for coming in today. I'm so happy that you are here with me, that you decided to spend your afternoon with me. Hola, Cecilia, ¿cómo estás? Hola, hello, everyone. So I hope you don't mind. I know it's not Spanglish Amigas night, but I just got home, threw something on, and I was like, if it's Friday or not, who cares? Like, I need to hurry up. Okay, so I am doing today a picnic basket. I started on some flowers yesterday and painted those, and I did some other stuff. So let me quickly just do my basket. I went ahead and yesterday, I did the handle for the little basket. So I'm going to be using this plastic box, not plastic, cardboard box that I got from Hobby Lobby. They come like in a set. So I'm going to be using this one here. I added plastic wrap because anything that is cardboard, if you add clay, which I'm sure many of you already know this, but for those who do not know this, hola Renee, hola Jerry, ¿cómo estás? Hola Mary. Thank you, ladies, for coming in here. Many of you that do not know about the clay, because ladies that do, remember that this video is going over to YouTube, okay? So, whenever you use anything that is cardboard, or anything that is soft material, anything thin, you always want to make sure to protect it from the clay, because the clay, being that it's still soft, it will make it all smooshy and it'll just mess it up. It has happened to me, and I learned my lesson. So, okay, so I'm just gonna go right ahead, and this size of cardboard, it takes it's going to take about 2. This is the pattern that I'm going to be using, and I got this from Michael's. And so I'm going to use this. It takes about 2 of them. And I actually used this once before on an Easter basket that I had made. I think it was last week or the week before where I did my little bunny. So, okay, so let's begin by rolling out the clay. So I'm going to be using Debbie's clay. Let's see. And, so let me see if I can raise my chair, because if you ladies do craft sitting down and you roll clay, y'all know how hard it is to roll out a piece of clay while sitting. And it's one thing that I hate doing with the passion, especially when I'm on a live, because it feels like it takes forever. Okay. If you have not come in here and say hi, don't be shy. Say hello. All right. So also like I was saying earlier, that I wanted to add some flowers. And I made some sunflowers last night. So I didn't know. I was actually going to do a whole different thing. And then I was even talking to my amiga Debbie. I was like, listen, this is what I'm going to make, because I didn't know either. And then as soon as I walk in here, I started forming my piece. And that's when I was like, no, I'm not doing this. So I decided to do a basket filled with flowers, some fruit. Let's see here. Maybe a bottle of wine, or in my case, mom juice. Hola, Gina, ¿cómo estás? Is it Gina? Holly, hola, how are you? I bet you were. Those look really good. I was like, oh my gosh. I used to make, when my mom taught me how to make them like that, right? So I started making them like that, but I had to stop using, I don't know what you use, but I had to stop using the oil because, of course, a lot of cholesterol. So I had to start using, like, olive oil because, of the weight and then cholesterol and all of that stuff. So, but I did notice it did take some of that flavor away. I was like, what? So, like, yeah. So, and then I just had to continue, like, not using it. I stopped using that, and I just started making the tortillas by themselves without the oil. Okay. Wait, what? Hola, primo. How are you? Everyone, I'm here, so no one will miss me. Okay. I'm sure they will all be fine without you. They'll do okay. And for everyone that do not know, that is my primo, Romy Tacos. He has all kind of questions if y'all want to know about tacos. Go ahead. There you go. That's my girl. Te dije. I told you. Oh my goodness. Hola, it's Sexy Bee. How are you doing today? Okay, I'm fine. I'm leaving. You asked for it. Yo te dije, don't come in here messing with these girls, because they ain't gonna let you. They're not gonna let you. They're gonna show you to go before they make you cry. That was a good one. Yeah. No te vayas chillando. Okay. I think my comments are going really slow. Okay, so y'all saw that I did not add any baby oil. Normally I do, but I forgot. But since I did use this once before, I noticed that I really don't have to. My clay will not get stuck. But maybe you do want to use it. Well, here where I press the hardest, is the print is really in there, but on the ends it is not, and you can see like it was trying to rip out there, but that's okay. Alright. So then quickly, now, because I am adding this to the plastic wrap, to be honest with you, I'm not going to add any glue. If you want, you can go right ahead and do that. It's totally up to you. I'm not going to do it. I've done this before numerous of times that I don't have to worry about it. And because this is what I'm going to do, since I'm going to add the other piece of clay, it's going to actually, I'm going to attach it to this one to the ends. So it's going to be holding just fine. And on the bottom, I'm going to add a piece of foam sheet, which I forgot to cut. But that's okay. All right, so there goes the first one. Again, it's totally up to you if you want to add glue, but I'm not going to, because like I said, I've done this numerous of times. And it turns out fine. Nothing happens to it. Okay, oh, I forgot my other piece. Okay. Now, this clay, because it's firm, I don't have to worry about conditioning it for that long, if I even want to condition it. I have used it again, you know, for almost a year, I think. I think Debbie had this clay for that long that I really don't condition it for that long. There are other clays that you do have to, like the soft clay. That clay, I do recommend you conditioning it. If you have, you know, if you're new at clay and all of that stuff. And I think I pressed a little bit too hard on this one as well that I cut it, but that's okay. I'm going to put it anyways. Okay, there goes that. Okay. And I'm just going to lap this over. Either on top or yeah, right on top, just so when it dries up it won't pull away and there won't be a gap in there. Then as you can see, still have a little piece right there, which that's okay, because I'm just gonna do another little piece there, roll up another piece and just attach that también. Okay, and you do want to press it down, because you want to make sure that you don't leave any air in there. So otherwise you will notice that once it dries up. Just press that in there. And I was also thinking about adding a bird. Have y'all seen my birds? That's what I'm thinking about doing. Or maybe perhaps a butterfly. I don't know. What do y'all think? A bird or a butterfly? Okay, so let me see. I just need a little piece here. All right, and then I'm just going to let's move that to the side. Scissors. A bird? Oh, okay. We can do a bird. Have y'all seen how I made my birds before? Both? Oh. I think that would look cute. Both of them. Two of them, yeah. Let's, well, let me try to do this quick so I can do both of them. What color should I make the bird? Should I make it two-tone or just a one-tone? Okay. Now, I am going to add the bottom part of the foam sheet, but I think I'll do that after I'm done, because if I want to make the bird, I have to hurry up. All right, what I did forget to do. Hola, Debbie. ¿Cómo estás, amiga? Okay, I forgot to add my... Ay, chinelas. Okay, so let's see here. Let me get some 2 pieces of foam that I have. You know what? I have something perfect. Excuse me. Let's see here. I have this right here that has been. Let me see. Would it fit in there? No. It will not. Would this fit in there? No. Ay, chinelas. I didn't think about the inside. Let's see, where are my pieces? Give me 1 minute. Give me just 1 minute. Two-tone? Okay. A two-tone, we can do that. Any particular color or... Oops. Because I have done some, and the ones that I've done are like that yellow and almost like a red, pink color to it. I love that one, how that one came out. Really pretty. Just bear with me for 1 minute. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I didn't think about the piece that goes inside. I just need pieces of foam. Oops. Sorry, everyone. Okay, so I'm just going to get pieces of foam here that I have all cut up I don't need. I'm going to make a mess, but that's okay. Just so I when I add my stuff in there, it'll rise it up a bit, and it's, we'll just put that. We're gonna cover it up anyway. Let me see. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you for the hearts, boo. Thank you, so sweet, Tammy. Ahorita te mando tus little hearts before you get mad. Not just kidding. Like the primo. Thank you. Hola, Mary from Santa Fe, New Mexico. Oh, well, welcome. My name is Maria. Okay, so I think that should be good. And it's just so I can add some clay on top and cover that up. Because I have lots of clay that is starting to go bad on me, and before it goes bad on me, I want to use it. It's old clay, so, and I bought one too many. Okay, so I'm just gonna use this clay. And then I'm gonna add something on top that I want to make it look like since it's a picnic basket. What do you call, like a blanket, I guess is what they are. You have an idea? I'm afraid to ask what that idea is, primo. No, we're not putting tacos in here. Ladies, y'all can mess with him all y'all want. He wants to be in here. He's gonna have to learn how to take it. Just don't make him cry. Because then I'll never hear the end of it. ¿Verdad, primo? Okay, see, now I'm just messing with him. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because I have a feeling that it's si vienes, if you come here, I'm not going to finish nothing. You're just going to be getting in the way. You're going to be like marshmallow. Right, ladies? I'm just keeping it real. Sorry. You're my primo. We gotta keep it real with each other. Okay. Alright, so I think I made this a little bit too high because my wine bottle might be like almost sticking out. I mean, it'll be too long. Okay. Alright, so the blanket, I want to use the color purple. It's great to have primos. Yeah, it is. It is. We live in the same state. We just live like about, I don't know, is it like 3 hours away, primo? We grew up together, almost, kind of. Nope. Okay, so vamos a poner este acá. No, see, I think my primas, okay, yes, because I think they'll behave themselves. Some brown. Thank you, Tammy. Okay, so for this piece, I want to use this mold thing right here. I like that one. So I think that one would be good. And I just want to cover the entire top and kind of almost like lap it over, like if it's the blankets falling over. And then, you know what, let's add this to this. Maybe like right there so I'll know how to. But first let's do this first. I'm going to add, so this is just, hola Gloria, welcome. Hola Christine, ¿cómo estás? Christine, I didn't get to finish seeing your live. I'm gonna go back in there and see it. Okay, I don't know where is that piece of foam. Nope, that's too far away. What am I doing? Maybe let's do this right here. Today was payroll day, and I was like, I gotta pay attention because if I am wrong, these people will come after me, and I do not blame them because I would be doing the same thing. Like, don't be playing with my money. So I had to like, I was just watching very silently because I wasn't like, let's focus, Maria. Let's focus. I guess I'll use this one. I don't know where my pliers. Okay. I did not see that, Remo. I did not see that. Okay. All right. So I think the stick is too big. It's too long. Oh my goodness, where are my snips? Marshmallow was in here the other day grabbing my stuff, and I had to like pick everything off that is close to the floor because I don't know what's up with him. Oh my goodness, if I tell you what he did, he has some nerve, I swear. I was already getting ready to sue the hospital, not the hospital, but the, what do you call those? The vet. Because I thought that his medication was not working. Let me tell you what he did to me. I was like, you son of a... you know what? I'm not going to say it. He... So there I am, right? Getting ready to fall asleep. Actually, I think I was falling asleep. And next thing I know... give me 1 second, because obviously this is not working. So next thing I know, he's just like laying there. I'm freaking out because, you know, he's like, if y'all ever had dogs that had seizures, y'all know how they get. You can crack and she can have mom juice. What? Well, I don't know. I kind of like that idea. But I don't know what he's going to make. He'll probably make one of those characters from The Spoon from what, Toy Story? I don't think that's what he'll be making for y'all ladies. Anyways, so here he is. I'm freaking out. So I'm thinking he's having one of his seizures, right? Entonces, I'm like massaging him and just rubbing down, you know, his leg. Hola, Raymond. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm freaking out. You know, I'm like massaging, rubbing his legs, you know, telling him everything's going to be okay. And next thing, I'm just doing that, you know, and I'm like, usually when he has, because he hasn't had one in a while since I've been giving him the medication, he would always have a little accident and he would like pee himself, right? And I'm like looking and I'm like, okay, I don't see any urine, I don't smell it, you know, this is weird, my hair is all messed up. Don't mind that. And tell me, why are you getting drunk, girl? And oh my goodness, okay, hold on, I have to pull this one out because this is really getting to me. Entonces there, and entonces I'm like I said, I'm freaking out, and he's just letting me massage him, letting me, and he's standing still. He's like frozen, like a popsicle, like not moving, right? And I'm like, oh my god, I'm freaking out. Things are going through my head. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sue this person. I'm gonna sue that person. I'm like, they're lying to me. They said this medication was supposed to like stop it. You know, I'm like going everywhere. I'm rubbing his face and and then my hand is like close to his mouth. Next thing I know, he's like chewing on my fingers. I'm like, what is he doing? You know, that's the first. He never done it before. So I'm like, just telling him it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I'm trying to keep it together. I don't want to show him that I'm stressing out. I don't want to show him that I'm worried. No, there was nothing wrong with him. When I saw his little tail, the little bit of tail that he has, he was wiggling it. I was like, you son of a... I was like, freaking tricked us. I'm like, what? I was like, oh, hell no. I was like, Like, so he was pretending. I never seen that before. I was like, oh, that's it. That is it. It is on. It is on. I'm like, oh my goodness. I couldn't believe him. I'm over here already trying to find out, like, okay, I gotta grab this. I'm gonna rush him to the hospital, because obviously this medication is not working. Pero he was over here pretending just so I could give him a massage. I was like, what? It just blew my mind that he was doing that. I was like, I couldn't believe it. So y'all better watch out with y'all pups. I think he was trying to get back at me because he likes for me to give him massages and scratches and scratch his belly and all of that. And lately I've been like busy, so I've been like probably give him a 5-minute massage, and I'm like, okay, that's it, I'm done. And he wasn't having it. He's like, heck no, why am I cutting that? I should cut this way. All right, this is going to be the yeah, I wasn't paying attention, but that's okay because it's going to be covered anyway. I'm like, marshmallow, how dare you trick me like that? Like, this dog, I swear. But anyways, all right, so I think I should have just left it like this. It almost does look like it's already ¿cómo se dice? Like it's already a blanket in there. But I think I prefer this one because this will give it more color to it. Okay, so there goes the first one. I'm going to add a little piece over here. Oh, who wants to kick you out? I appreciate you, Primo, for being here. What I don't want you is in my craft room because I can just imagine the mess you'll make in here. That's it. Nothing to it. That's it. Nada más. I'm just messing with you. But if any one of you need a cousin, a primo, right there. So I'll rent them out to you ladies. You see, he does yard work. He does, do you paint, primo? He cooks. He knows how to barbecue. I can do that, I can do that. You're my cousin. That's why I can do that. Ay, chinelas. You're gonna be crying out, ¿verdad? Okay, let's not make him cry, ladies. Pero, no, really. What else you know how to do, primo? See, there you go. Who wants them? You can water plants. Let's see, what else can you do? You can wash dishes. Okay, ladies. I don't know how good he is at cleaning, but I'm sure he learns well. He can learn quick. You need your living room painted. There you go. All right, primo. Do you know how to paint? Okay, we're just gonna wrap this over just like that, because we can pull the clay. It's good. The clay is a lot. Daring for listening to you. Thank you. I'm almost done adding this right here to it. So just wanted to cover all of that blue clay, in there. Okay, so we got the basket, right? And then you do yard work, Damian? Oh, you can clean, cook, wash, yard work, painting, sleeping, eating, laying around. No, the laying around, no. That's not a good quality right there. You want to remove that from your resume. No, nobody's going to want that. Okay, so let me do so I went ahead and did my little bottle of wine. So now I'm just going to cover it up. And I was going to use purple, but I don't know if I should still use purple, because I think that would be probably too much purple. Maybe we can... What color of wine should it be? Should I make it pink? Like, it can be a rosé wine bottle, maybe? And it would actually be pink? Oh. Okay. There you go. Alright, so now, let's see here. Vamos a mover esto para un lado. Let's close up this bag of clay, because you know, it'll dry up on us. Okay. So I'm gonna just go ahead and cover this up instead of blue. I don't know if there's any blue bottles of wine. Well, actually, yes, there is. I don't remember the name of it, but I think it's from Germany. Don't remember the name of it. Anyways, let's move that out the way and just quickly add my bottle of wine in there. And remember, instead of throwing your clay away, you can just make little shapes, forms, for later. And instead of wasting like a lot of good clay on something, you can just use, so y'all can see. It's already ripping. Anyways, but that's okay, because we're gonna cover it up with this clay. And that saves us on the clay that is still good. No, let me see. It's gonna be standing like, I want it maybe leaning down like this. I think that would be probably good. Oh, there you go. See, and then you can come over here and walk marshmallow for me. Okay, let me continue stretching this out. ¿Qué hora es? Oh, I need to hurry up. Okay. Alright, and then just slap this over like this, and then we're just going to cut off the extra clay. Hey, vamos. She doesn't know. I don't know what yet. What? No, you're not. You're gonna lock my door. You won't come in here. And like, nope. Lock that door. You know, there's a bubble there, but that's okay because we're gonna pop that bubble. Get that air out. Let's just knock this over. I'm gonna lock my door. As soon as my ring goes off and says there's someone at the front door, I'll be like, nope. Locking it. Like, if you knock on my door and call Maria, I'm just gonna be like, Maria, don't live here. I'm gonna have to change my voice también. Así para que no me reconozcas la voz. Hola, Peggy. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Okay. Vamos. Ahora, the wine needs a cork, right? Wine bottle. Mira, there's another. Come on. Just with this toothpick. All right. I'm giving you heads up what to expect if you come here. So it's not, because if I really, hated you, I would not say anything to you. Okay, so let me see. The cork, I think it's darker. But the darker one, I think this one probably looks a little bit better. I want to add a label, pero, and the cookie cutter that I want to use for the label, I think it might be down here, but I don't know. I'm gonna make the label real quick, and then I'm just going to place it on there. I'm not going to write anything on it until it's completely dries up, where I can go back in there and write the word either mom juice or whatever. Okay. And now I'm just gonna add like the little lines here. Actually, no, yeah. I was gonna say, does the wine bottle has little lines? But I think it does, right? It doesn't if it has a cork, which I just realized that. And it does if it's one of those twisty ones, right? With so much mom juice that I drink, y'all think I would know that without asking. Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for stopping by. All right. So there's my little cork. So I'm going to add my label, and then we're just going to place that to the side. Or probably I can place it in, and then I can just go in there later and write it. But maybe if I write it, it'll be covered up once I add my flowers. I do not know. And I have no idea where I left my... Okay, I too am not... no, it is not. Prepared. So, okay, so I guess I can do that later. Alright. Yeah, I think I can do that later. So I'm just going to lean this like this on the side. Then I'll be able to work on it this way. So we're just... I can add a piece of stick in there, but I think it's too late because since both of the clays, this one, the back side and the top, are wet, it already held it for me. Hola Angie, ¿cómo estás? You made it, yes. Okay, so there's that. Give me 1 second, let me get this stuff out of the way. Okay, so my flowers, I used this cutter, okay, and I did 2 of them, and then I did my sunflower, and of course I went ahead and used my eyeshadow palette, and then I just went ahead and added this right here, these, almost have it. I made these stems, flower stems. I think I'm gonna have to glue these because this maybe on this side. Yeah, see, I should have done the label on this side. Maybe the label on this side, that's okay. So I want these to be laying like that. Okay, on the bottom of the stem right here, I kind of made it, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but like almost like in an angle. So when I place the flower, it'll be flat up against it. But this right here, probably can do that like that. Let me see. Let me see if this glue will hold it, because I really don't want to try the crazy glue, because that will glue my fingers together. Good as. Okay. I made up quite a few of them. I made 4. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to add all 4. Now, I also made some little grapes. These I already had put this side in, just little balls of purple, and then did like this stem right there, you know, like a little worm shape. Did some leaves, and then that can just sit up here, which blends very well with the ¿cómo se llama? The blanket. And okay, I don't think this glue works well with that. This glue works great when you're using sticking foam sheets or foam together, and my glue just, oh, this is not the one I wanted. Stuck. And that was the one I wanted. But I think it's already stuck. Okay, let's see if I don't glue my fingers together. Let's try this again. Okay, we're just gonna hold that there for a minute, and hope everyone's having a good day today. Thank you so much for hanging out here with me. Next, it's going to be Tokaya. Is that correct? Tokaya, you're next. I don't know if she's home already or she's on her way home. If Debbie, are you in here, or does anyone knows? Thank you. It's actually, I got some yellow clay, right? And then I just went crazy with my orange and some red in there. And see, this is what I don't like when it comes to using glue, because you have to, and I don't have patience, you have to just like hold your piece together so it can glue together. That's why I try, whenever I can get out from using glue, I'm gonna do it, because I don't have the patience just sit here, you know, because I feel like I can do other things instead of just sitting there and waiting for that to glue together. Okay, so then this one here, this just so you can keep it from moving. Okay, I think maybe this one can also lay there. All right, so let me quickly, yes, you're next. Okay, so let me quickly share with you again, for those who have not seen it, saw me do it last time, a bird. I don't have a butterfly around here, I mean ready, so I'm gonna have to do that while Tokaya is on her live. All right, so I am going to use light yellow, which is, and Debbie's, that's her canary yellow. um, soft canary, and or who else is Angie? Also, I don't know what if yours is called light yellow, but anyways, I use the light yellow, right? And then because I feel like with that the colors, it shows more. It's better, you know, versus something that if you use a dark color and then try to add another color to it, it's kind of hard to see it. You would just, it's going to take long. Okay, so let's make a ball first, and want to make sure that we get all the lines out. Let's see here, and then it's almost going to be, we're almost going to make it look like a teardrop, but not too much of a teardrop, if that makes any sense. Okay, so I just want to make sure there's no lines in here. Yes. Now, let's say you do have some lines and there just happen to be on one side, then use that as your bottom side. Ah, thank you, amiga. No sé si lo puedes ver bien, but it's coming along. Okay. Ahora, there's no lines, so we are good. Actually, there's a little light line here, so I'm going to use it as the bottom. All right, of the body. Okay, so then on the side, let me see if that's the bottom. You know what is this? It can either be the bottom or it can be where the head's at. So we're going to use that. You don't just use the tail's at. Okay, so just squeezing it like that. Okay, because this is going to be the tail. And then really softly, you're going to be pressing it in. You're just going to be using the palm of your hands or your hand. This right here. Okay, you don't want to push it too hard in. And we're just going to be doing that. Because we're trying to give it a shape, the body shape. So like I said, it's almost like a teardrop. Okay. Don't pull that out too much because then it's going to be very thin for the feathers, for the tail. So just try to not to go too far out. We can add always another piece there if you want it to have a long tail. Okay, so let me see here. If I want them sitting, or I want her sitting, I want to be flat, so where the tail is going to be out and it's going to be up. If you want the tail to be on the ground like that, touching the bottom of the table, whatever, then you want to press it this way. But because I want it up, I'm just going to press it just lightly because I want it to be flat, okay? And not too flat. So I don't want it to lose the shape, so I'm just doing that really softly. Now, for the head, we can add another piece of there. If you do this, make sure that your clay is not too heavy. Not that I'm trying to bash any clay makers out there, but I will tell you that me working, and this might just be me, bow clay, it is heavy. Don't get me wrong, don't come after me. I love it, you know, because I still use it. But for something like this, if you're going to use Bow's clay because you don't have any other clay and you want to, you know, you happen just to have Bow's clay, do the body part, leave it alone. Work on the head, leave it. When you see that the head is a little bit lighter, drier, then attach that to the top of to the bottom of your piece, which is the body, because otherwise what you're going to do when you finish rolling out that clay and you place it on top of the body, it's going to just flatten your bird. So you don't want that. But because I'm doing this, I'm using all yellow, I'm not going to worry about that, about it, you know, being too heavy. So I think maybe that is a little bit too big of a head. Again, it's up to you what type. Hola, Anayeli, ¿cómo estás? It's up to you how, thank you, Christine. Yeah, it's up to you how big you want the head. So, and then again, the ball, you want to make sure that there is absolutely no lines in there. This one does have somewhat of a line. And if it does, you can always put it on the bottom. Hola, Tamara, ¿cómo estás, chica? Okay. This is one of the reasons why I don't wear rings, because of this reason. When I'm rolling out my clay, and I hate when there's lines in there, Unless the piece is for me, then I really don't care that much. But later when it dries up, it does bother me afterwards. So it's almost like mixed emotions. Okay, so here you almost look like it's a peep, right? But obviously that's not what we're making. Okay, so this is just going to be a cute little bird. Now, because the clay is soft, this is when you want to go in there and then just mark where the little eyes are going to be at. That is a little bit too big. And vamos a ver, make sure that the eyes are centered. Y'all know me. Now, I'm going to use this right here because this is going to help me line those eyes. I'm not going to press too hard in there, so this way when it dries up, it will disappear. If you press too hard, it will not disappear. It will dry up and you'll still see that mark. So right where the end of the line is at is where I added my eyes. This way my eyes are straight or even, because otherwise they won't. It should be crooked. Okay, now for the eyes, I like to use, ¿cómo se llaman? Look, like those caviar beads. Beads? Yes. If you don't have those, just use black clay. Just make little balls and then just stick them in there. But let me grab quickly my little beads here. And which I think maybe, yes, I still have them. Okay. For this size, the birdie, of course, the caviar size will be the perfect size for them. Again, I'm not, oh, I'm already, I can hear him starting to whine. Hola, Iris, how are you today, Mom? How are you doing? Okay, now, another reason why I don't like having long nails, because they get in the way también. Pero anyways, all right. So here is my little bird. Now, the wings, let's go right ahead quickly. I have 6 minutes. So we can do the wings in a minute because I know I'm going to be losing time here to showing you, and I really want to show you how I make my birds. For those who are just coming in or those who have not seen me how I make my birds. All right, so this is why, another thing too, that I got another order, new brushes, in case I haven't, let me just grab them. In case you have not been to the shop, they're back. So, again, if you're anything like me and you, like I said, this is the reason why I got these and I ran out before I grabbed some for myself, and those are going to be for me. You see, because these are the same, it is hard for me to figure out which one is which. Here you can tell, because I was using this one a lot, but this right here, you have to like, basically, for me, that I'm halfway blind, I have to like literally stare at them before I can grab my orange or my pink. Versus these right here, people, you don't have to, well, that's not a brush. These right here, quickly you know which was the blue one, which is the pink one, right? So, there you go. There's a reason why you should buy my brushes. But I'm going to use these because these are already are dirty. And these are too dirty. Not that that's the reason why you should not buy them. Okay, so what color did we say? Did we say a color? Let's do orange, or let's do pink, ya que lo tengo aquí. Alright, so I'm just gonna, and I want it to be darker, and that as is coming towards the front, lighter, right? You can do yours backwards if you want to do it dark and then going towards the back light. It's totally up to you. And then I'm just brushing. And of course, I normally wait when the clay is a little bit more drier, because this way I won't put any extra dents in there or finger marks. And this is how I make my little bird. You see, right now it's like I'm afraid to even hold it because I don't want to squish it, and then I'll be there. Okay, I'm going to do some on the top. Okay, and now, how many of you have done this? or have done a bird. Hola, Julie. Is it Julie? Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, but I'm known to do that. I do apologize. Okay. Entonces nomás. I see. Now the wings, I am going to place them on top, even though I'm painting it. I mean, not painting it, but brushing the color on there. I'm still going to add, and then once I add the wings, I'm going to go over that as well. And then I'm just doing circle motion. So wherever it lands, you know, because when I get when you get the makeup, the powder, wherever it lands, if you don't do this to it, it's already, there's like a lot of it there on there, right? And when you, wherever you go, that's where it's the darkest. And then of course you start brushing, it starts getting lighter. You start, so when you, if you do that, you want to make sure that it's right where it's dark, and then you go light, because otherwise you're going to have blotches, black spot, not dark spots here and there. And I don't know if y'all gonna like that. I did that the first time and I was like, oh my gosh. So whenever I'm doing this, I'm pretending like when I go and I add my makeup on, they're like, okay, Maria, let's pretend this is your eye. And you don't have to do the bottom, really, it's up to you. But it's just something that I do just in case. And I want to sit her up here like that. So, and another thing, I also prefer to it be on top of a what do we call these, wax piece of paper, we call parchment paper, pero as you can see, I forgot to grab it. Thank you, amiga, thank you. Oh, okay. But I like how you spell it. I never seen it spelled like that. This is cute. I like that. You know what, at my job, I hate, you know, when people tell me that they're leaving, or you know, they're checking in or whatever. It's like, please spell your name. Or they're making reservations, because everyone spells it different, you know, and I would hate to get someone upset. So I'm like, tell me how you spell your name. And sometimes they'll stare at you like, really? You don't have to, like, no. I don't know if your mom spelled your name the way everybody else is, or maybe she decided to change your name, spell it a little different. You know, I don't know. So, and I don't want to get you mad at me, so let's not. Okay, so ahí vamos. Okay, ya acá abajo también. And I'm just using the same color that I used over here, powder, whatever, and I'm just brushing that this way. No, you're not late, amiga. You're here. Oh goodness, it's late. It's 6 o'clock. All right, so let's go and see our amiga Tocaya from A to C Crafts and Decor. And yeah, and then once I finish her, then I'm gonna go right ahead and post my picture. I have to finish her. I'm just gonna add the beak, the wings, and then add the rest of the flowers, add my grapes, and then I'm just gonna place her like that. And I believe, ¿cómo se llama? Butterfly también, a butterfly, okay? All right, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate every single one of you. The next time I'll come in here will be on Friday with Spanglish Amigas, and we are doing hot in the kitchen. So can't wait to see what Las Amigas are going to be making. And it's pretty much each one of us have to make some sort of an appliance. So I'm so excited. Earlier I did share with everyone, what is the pink thing? This is supposed to be the mom juice. The mom juice. Because it's my basket. So when I go to a picnic, this is what you'll see in my basket. The mom juice has to be in there. I just have to let it dry so I can go in here and add the label. I am thinking about doing a little bit of shading on the side, so you know, like if the sun hits it, the little like make it look like it's a shadow. But anyway, all right, friends, thank you so much for stopping by. I do appreciate every single one of you. Please stay safe. Please be kind. And don't listen to the primo. Ladies, I do apologize for him in advance as well if he comes back on Friday. Anyways, thank you. Thank you. All right, so once I finish it, I'll post it. Okay, thank you so much. Take care. Be kind. Bye. Adios. Wine. Yes, girl, wine. Bye-bye.